Did you know like 13 million people, or maybe these even like 14 million people in Canada are on Facebook? Did you know that? That is almost like half the country. And it's so weird, we're in such a look at me and acknowledge me generation, you know. It's like if did you know they took 4 pictures when they landed on the moon? They took 4 pictures. But now if like someone goes out to Jack Astor's, they're taking like 240 photos. You gotta remember this shit. You're never gonna go to Jack Astor's again. This is important. I can't say, you know what the most annoying things are? Facebook status updates. It really is. You know, people just put this shit out and they think that other people will care about it. I don't care what someone's Facebook status is. I always want to leave the comment, fuck you. Could be anything. Like, nothing like starting off your day with a hot coffee and a warm muffin. Fuck you. What a lovely day for a bike ride. Fuck you. Don't ever do that. Do not ever do that, though. It's a bad scene. Because you can't detect sarcasm in the written word. You can't tell the difference between fuck you and fuck you. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Someone's got to have a hot coffee and a warm muffin. You feel better. Go back to take your meds, man. Sometimes if I'm out and I'm like at a retail store or something like that, I'll try to joke around with the employees, which I later found out that they hate. They do not want to have any humor from anyone who works at their store. So I'm at a Marksburg warehouse. At a Marksburg warehouse, and I'm buying a couple pairs of stain-resistant pants. And I love those pants. Those are the best. Oh, those are my party pants. And I'm buying these stain-resistant pants, and I asked the guy behind the counter, I said, hey, what happens if the stain comes from the inside of the pants? And he did not appreciate that joke. Just, here's your pants, asshole. Moron. I think one of the most unique places to work would have to be Shoppers Drug Mart, because they're all personal items there, and you get to look into people's baskets, and you get to judge them. That must be fun, right? I was in a Shoppers Drug Mart a couple of days ago. I'm standing in line, and in line in front of me is a stunningly beautiful, gorgeous woman. Stunningly. Oh my God, just looked so incredible. You know, right in line in front of me, and she happened to be in a wheelchair. And I noticed what is in her basket. In her basket, she has a 12-pack of Magnum-sized condoms. My first thought was, oh my God, is that how you got in that wheelchair? Did somebody take out their crippling penis and fuck into your handicap? Is that what happened here? Because I've heard guys use lines like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck you so you can't walk. But if you can do that, oh my God, you might want to put it literally or figuratively on at the end of that sentence. She might not be that into it. Oh man, I wish I could do that. I can't. I could probably fuck you so you think a mosquito's bothering your pussy. That's about it. Oh my God, what's going on down there? All right, I'm getting fucked. You know what they have? I know they're going to start selling these in the States. I don't know if they're going to have them in Canada yet, but they're at-home STD tests, right? And at-home STD tests. Now, I think this is a good thing, you know? If someone's embarrassed or a little bit ashamed about going out to like a health clinic and they're worried, you know, and so you can just buy this test, you can do the test at home, and then you know what you got. But I also think that the at-home STD test is also going to become one of the shittiest party games ever. Hey guys, are you bored? Let's find out who has an STD! Hooray! At the end of the night, he's like, what? You got gonorrhea? I got gonorrhea? Let's see if we can make this work. That should not be one of the things you have in common, or diseases. That should not be on your Plenty of Fish profile. Diseases you have. I think when my girlfriend and I were breaking up, there were warning signs Like I knew things were going downhill, because for her last birthday, I bought her a vibrator. And I can't think of a more romantic way of saying, I give up. You know, one night we're at home, we're watching Law and Order, and we used to actually watch CSI together, but one time she caught me taking notes. And so we're watching Law and Order, and she turns to me, she asks me one of the creepiest questions. She says, hey, what would you like to have written on your tombstone? I was like, I have no idea. She said, well, I thought because you're a comedian, on your tombstone you could have, thank you and good night. Well, that's kind of cute. Then she said to me, well, what would you like to have written on my tombstone? I was like, I don't know, how about 2012? And we got it over here, over here. A bunch of people showed up on the We Take Shit Too Seriously bus, but okay. She used to say that I wasn't romantic. I don't think that's true. I think we had romantic moments. She said this to me once when we were sitting in a park and we see this elderly couple walk past us and they're holding hands. And she goes, oh, isn't that sweet? They've been together for so long and they're still so much in love that they're holding hands. And I was like, yeah, they're probably holding hands so one of them just doesn't wander off somewhere. I don't know if that's love, I think it's more like the buddy system, okay? I don't know why I see like, hey, where did you come from? Did I shit my pants before we left the house? Who are you? I'm actually looking forward to Alzheimer's disease because then I get to watch all my favorite movies for the first time all over again. I had no idea that there was a sequel to The Godfather. This is so cool. A friend of mine the other day, he said sometimes he likes to masturbate in the shower. My first thought was, oh my God, how do you get the internet in the shower? I swear to God, when I was growing up, all it took was like the lingerie section of an Eaton's catalog. And now it's like, it's like the graphic, craziest shit, yet still normal stuff I gotta be watching. I'm not a parent, you know. Occasionally I try to grow a beard, but that's about it. I don't have any kids, but I think if you have to teach it, you should really teach your kids about sex. I don't know what age you do it at, but you gotta teach them. Because my dad didn't teach me anything about sex. It was not good. I just was like pouring in my friends. That's what I learned from. You know, my parents found a magazine in my room once when I was like 13, and my dad sits down with me trying to have some, adult conversation about sex, and he's just kind of like just staring up into space for a while, and then at one point he just goes, just remember to wash your balls, and he just gets up and leaves the room. Oh, okay, well that made a lot of sense. Okay, thanks, Dad. But when I was growing up, we had health textbooks. You had a health textbook, right? And when a health textbook would show you what sperm looked like, it showed you a little tadpole, about that big, right? And it wasn't up until actually I saw my first porno film, I literally thought that when a man climaxed, that millions and millions of little tadpoles that you could see with the naked human eye would come shooting out of a man's penis. That's what I thought. And that's not true. And thank God, huh? Because masturbation would be such a hassle, wouldn't it? Oh my God, holy shit! Oh, they're everywhere! They're everywhere! Somebody help me out! Could you imagine that? Then you leave wherever you jerked off and you come back and there's a bunch of frogs all there, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? You haven't even been born yet, you're getting stoned out like a lit cigarette by your dad? Holy shit, that ain't right. I was really hard up for cash once, and I saw this ad in the back of like a Now magazine that said that if you want, you can sell your sperm for money. And I thought, well, it's just going into gym socks now. I should check this place out. So I go, and you kind of go into a little room, the little form you fill out. You go in a little room, and then you watch the movies there, VHS, very old school. And so you put a sample in a cup. Then you leave the room. You give the cup to the girl behind the counter, and then she shoots it back, and that is done. I'm joking. That didn't happen. You give the girl the sample behind the cup, you come back in a week, and you find out what your count is. You find out how good your semen is, your loads. That's what you do. And so I came back a week later, and I was told that my count is not very high. You know, I was okay with it. You know, I was fine. You know, too bad that this route for making money is not going to happen. But then she told me, I smoke pot and I ride a bike, so I'm not kind of working against having healthy sperm. But she told me that if I wanted to, I could recommend some friends to come and donate, and if they make any money off of their sperm, and if then they tell me that, no, and if they tell the clinic that I sent them, then I would get a portion of the money that they made from their sperm. And I was sort of like, are you telling me some like weird jizz pyramid scheme here now? It's like the Amway of cum, is that what's going on here? I can't even get my friends to help me move a couch barely, you know? Let alone jerk off in a cup. That's gonna be like, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? Oh, I got plans for you. Come on with me. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Was anyone else upset that we didn't have the big apocalypse on December 21st? Was anybody thinking that it was actually going to happen? No. I know. Why would you take the advice of a culture that's extinct? I mean, they went wrong somewhere, so, you know. But I don't know, I was kind of looking forward to it. I thought it would kind of be kind of fun and exciting, you know? Ooh, a crazy apocalypse, wouldn't this be cool? And I was talking to this girl, and I said to her, so if there was an apocalypse, and we were the only two survivors, would I be allowed to have sex with you then? And then she said, no, even if we were the last two people on Earth, she would still not have sex with me. And I was like, well, I guess I would have to rape you then. I don't want to, hear me out. I don't get turned on by a struggle. We'll still look for other people, but in the meantime, we are going to fuck, come on. There's a whole planet we gotta repopulate. What else are we gonna do, Reed? Give me a fucking break. It's either me or an animal, and I don't know if you've seen a lot of nature shows, but there's not a lot of consensual sex in the animal kingdom, okay? You ever see tigers fuck before? They just sneak up on each other, bite the other one in the back of the neck, fuck, and run off in opposite directions. Which does not sound like that bad of an idea. My ex-girlfriend used to snore like an electric pencil sharpener. And holy shit, how does that shit not wake you up? God. And that goes for dudes too, okay? If it's me and that guy, we're the last two people on Earth, dude, I'm gonna rape you, okay? So why not? Oh, you're gonna rape me first. Okay, it's all right. It's a mutual understanding, all right? No one's gonna be around to call us faggots. It's gonna be an eternity of pride. It's gonna be wonderful. And I'm including dudes because I don't want to come off as a sexist rapist, okay? I'm all for equal equality. Unless there's a search party right around the corner, I'd be like, ah, damn, he did me first. I gotta get him back. Come on. All right. Thank you very much, Toronto. You've been wonderful. Good night, everybody. Take care of yourself. Take it easy.